This is our Airstream 2002 Model 365XC diesel motorhome. This motorhome sits on a Freightliner chassis with a Caterpillar engine, and we really enjoy the size and the amenities of the coach. It's just the right size for us, and it's a very comfortable coach to drive. We had looked at possibly purchasing other motorhomes coaches, but in the end we decided let's just keep this one and do a little bit of updating to make it more current with the times as far as the decorating. So let's go on inside and take a look, and we'll show you what we've done. When we bought the coach, it had light green carpeting, had wallpaper type wallboard, it had all gold fixtures, handles, drawer pulls, hinges, it had gold bathroom fixtures, and it had gold accent light lamp sconces on the bedroom and in the living room area. We decided to change everything. Phase one of our project was to replace all the flooring. We had to rip up the carpeting and the padding underneath the carpet, and because of the small size of the RV, we had to do it one half of the coach at a time. So we removed the driver's seat and pulled all the carpet and padding from the driver's side, both in the living room area and in the back in the bedroom area. The center area, the kitchen and the bathroom, is ceramic tile, so we didn't have to worry about that. But getting all the carpet up and getting all the staples out was a real chore. The flooring that we installed is a vinyl plank flooring that we got at Home Depot. The product is called Allure, A-L-L-U-R-E, and it's an interlocking floating floor, so you don't have to nail it down or staple it down. It has adhesive strips on each side, one on the top on one side and on the bottom on the other side, and the ends are also interlocking, 4 feet long by, I think they were 6-inch wide pieces. And it went down pretty easy, and then we trimmed it with quarter round, oak quarter round that we also purchased at Home Depot, and that was pre-finished, so that made the job a lot easier. Do need a power miter saw to cut that quarter round nice and neat. The only thing that I'm a little disappointed in is I should have put down a subfloor, Luan quarter-inch subfloor on top of this particle board. There are some deviations in the particle board, some indentations, there's some bracketry and bolts and that sort of thing that attach the particle board to the frame, I guess. And those protrusions or depressions do show up in the vinyl flooring. We didn't notice them before because we had padding and carpeting. They're not much, they're only maybe 1/8 of an inch or so, either depressed or raised, but it's enough that you do feel it on the flooring. So I would suggest, and if I were to do it again, after removing the carpeting and the padding, I'd go ahead and install a subfloor and then put this down, the Allure product on top of that. The next phase of the project was to paint the walls and to put new fabric covering over all the window boxes. We had to take the window boxes off to paint anyway, and the fabric was not only dated, but pretty old and dirty, 15 years old. The coach is a 2002. So we removed all the window boxes and proceeded to paint. So as part of our coach remodeling project, we decided that we wanted to redo the window frames and the valances. This valance, well, it's all material. This is foam padded, and then this has kind of like a crushed velour or crushed something. I don't, micro suede maybe, but it's old. It's 15 years old, kind of nasty. So we're going to take these window boxes off and strip the fabric off, and then put new fabric on. The window box, once you have one stripped, this is what it looks like. It's a 1/4-inch plywood frame covered with foam rubber, and the top doesn't have any foam on it because that's where the valance piece goes. I'll show you that here. So the valance piece goes on like that right over it, And we went to a fabric store last night down toward Houston, Hobby Lobby store, and we found this suede looking fabric, dark brown, and we're going to use that for the side and the bottom pieces there. And then this contrasting fabric that we'll use for the top, for the valance. And I've got my trusty electric stapler here because there's a lot of staples to put in, and we'll get to work. So here we got the window frames off the windows, masked everything with the blue tape, and then just painted around the edges. Now I'm going to go back with a roller. Meanwhile, Kathy's been working over on the other end over here. There were some mirrors on this wall next to the cupboard, kind of like the mirrors under the cupboards there. There were mirrors there on that wall and mirrors here. We've taken those off. They had a lot of sticky, double back sticky tape. So she's been working with Goo Gone and getting all that adhesive off. And she says the goo is gone. So we're ready to paint this wall, and then we'll put the fabric on the window frames and put them back up. So here's the bathroom vanity area, and I've done the edging, but I got to paint all the inside yet, and the toilet room as well. So I'm going to get the roller out here and I'll get that painted and get this wall painted. Once we get this wall painted, then we can redo this window frame. It's kind of tight quarters working in an RV here. You don't have a lot of room to work, and the kitchen table becomes the workbench. But I think you can see the one here on the side. It's kind of dark. It's like a suede, a brown suede. And then Kathy picked this material for the valance, which is kind of pretty. It's got a little gold in it, a little red, and a little brown, and kind of sets off the dark brown around the frame. Okay, back to work, and I hope to get this done yet this afternoon. Okay, so here's the results video. Our project is finally done. We got the window boxes completed. We got the walls painted. We got the new bronze wall sconces up, both in the living room and in the bedroom. We also bought brushed bronze door pulls and hinges. And what did we buy, Kath? Like 50-some door pulls, and yes, I don't know how many sets of hinges. A lot of hinges. You can see the new light fixture that we put up over the dining room. Got that from E-Trailer. And the wall sconces, no, I'm sorry, we got this from Amazon. We got the wall sconces from E-Trailer. And the cabinets that used to have mirrors on them, Kathy got the idea to use some of the leftover fabric from the window valances, and we think that looks pretty nice. Used to be mirrors here. She took the mirrors off and bought a bulletin board and put it up, and there's some pictures from our friend Gary out in Arizona, a fellow that we met at a work camping experience last winter, and she had bought those and put those up. So let's see, let's go on into the bathroom. Of course, we got more door pulls and drawer pulls and so on, and then we also did the window here in the bathroom. The toilet paper dispenser was gold, and nowadays you can only buy them in silver and white. And so we didn't want either one of those, since we painted the walls kind of a tan color. So we took some steel wool and steel wooled the gold to rough it up a little bit, and then bought a spray can of chocolate brown spray paint, and painted that, and painted the frame around the switch here, the light switch as well. In the bathroom, in the sink room here, that's a piece of floor tile that we bought. We could buy just one piece if you wanted to at Lowe's, and so we ended up buying two pieces actually. Cut it with a razor knife because it was only 24 inches long, the tile, and it's about a 36-inch opening that we have there. So we put one piece of tile in the middle and then two shorter pieces, one on each end. Used to have wallpaper behind it. As you can see, we haven't replaced the bathroom fixture yet. That's because it's a pretty tight space down below, and I've got to get a 4-year-old to get down in there and cut the tubing and loosen up the nuts so we can replace the fixture. I'll show you the fixture that we're going to put on here. We've purchased it already. And the wall sconces are up in the bedroom as well. Got rid of the gaudy gold ones. So we're pretty happy with the way things turned out. What with the tan paint and the darker window boxes, but a little bit of gold in the valance. Here's the lavatory faucet that we're going to be installing. It's also a bronze made by Pfister. So we'll put that in the lav, and that will then match all of the bronze hardware as well as the towel racks that we installed in the bathroom area, and the towel rings also. So that's it. We're I think pretty pleased with the way things turned out. Total investment with flooring and fabric and paint and drawer pulls and door pulls and everything was about $1,000. I think it was about 200 or so on the flooring and 100 or so on the fabric, and a whole lot of money in drawer pulls and hinges and light fixtures and those sorts of things. But it's a lot cheaper than buying a new coach. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later on YouTube, and enjoyed having you come by and take a peek at our 2002 Airstream Motorhome. So long for now.